What's going on, YouTubers, gamers, and hobbyists out there? Welcome to On the Bench with Pete, the series that you put on in the background. What you hobby or paint along with me? And together we get stuff done. We get stuff done. We get stuff painted, built, whatever it is we're doing. But we're on the bench, so we're painting today. And yeah, life is good, my friends. So let's head on over, grab your glues, brushes, models, paints, tea, coffee, whatever you need, and let's get going. Okay, here we are on the bench, and I'm about to do some shade washing because I lost about half an hour of footage. Yeah, my microphone played up, and yeah, I'm not going to get into it. I'm going to start my coffee now, which is very, very drinkable, I have to say. Yeah, so that's a little bit annoying, but never mind. I've been painting all sorts. Here. Been doing a lot of red leather base coating. Now I'm about to do some work on my barbarians. Their skin. Just giving my Reichland flesh shade a bit of a shake up here. Brush am I going to use as a thing? There's the thing. Oh, we've got a size 2 brush here. That'll do nicely. Okay. So I'm applying the shade wash now to my barbarian. Yeah. What time I lost. Never mind, Pete. Never mind. It happens. I've done worse. If you watch the battery, will probably go now on this one. I don't joke. Yeah. And they'll be like, right, yeah, okay. Some days you get these things happen to you and you think, it's just not meant to be. It's just not meant to be. Right, that's nicely shaded on his skin now. Let's do the same on this dude. His legs. Nice bit of definition there. He's definitely got Arnie legs. Arnie when he worked on his legs, that is. You don't know how it goes. Arnie had amazing upper body, but it's like early competitions. The judges said, yeah, your arms are great and that, but your legs look like matchsticks. So he went away and worked on his legs. And then he became awesome all over. Just like my barbarians. Conan is iconic. Come on. Another sip of coffee. Right. So that means I've got to ask you to tell me what you're working on again. I want some bright blue for my cave troll's veins. I don't know what colour cave troll skin is. I have no idea. I'm going to go with Adolf Guard blue. How's that? Adolf Guard blue. That's what I'm going with. It's hard to believe I packed away all my paints from my bench the other day. You wouldn't know now looking at my bench. But I did. I just want to know. I want it known for the record that I did. I've got a character brush. I might be able to use that. It's a pretty good one. Yeah, I don't know what colour cave troll blood is. I just don't know. But in my world here right now, it's blue. Okay. Not red. I watched Matrix Resurrection last night. Brilliant. I loved it. Loved the way they kind of modernised it, but kept it true to its core. Very good movies. Love all the Matrix films. When I first heard they were doing one, I thought, yeah, they're all going to be too old and that. But Keanu Reeves and Carrie-Anne Moss aged brilliantly. I think she's called Carrie-Anne Moss. I hear she did most of her own stunts as well, all the wire work and that. All her. Oh, and the night before, I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife. Oh, I absolutely loved that movie. What a brilliant film. Again, modernisation whilst keeping true to the core of what it is. And a lovely, beautiful tribute to Harold Ramis, I thought, personally. I've heard critics say the ending spoiled it, but I don't see how. I thought it was brilliant. Not going to spoil anything. But I thought it was a great, cracking tribute to it. Cracking tribute to the franchise, I should say. Yes, that's my cave shoulder's blue veined arms there. Well, I suppose they would be anyway, wouldn't they? If he had red blood, his veins are still blue. Oh, whatever, dude, whatever. Need some red for his eyes, though, don't we? Yes, we do. Red for his eyes. We'll go with an air colour. Evil Son Scarlet. And I won't thin it down anymore. Another cool thing about moving somewhere else is discovering who my nearest kind of wargaming / role playing / hobby individual is. Yeah, got nice red eyes now. Cool. I like that. Don't know about my Seraphon. Apparently that's what they're called. I'll leave their eyes for now. Right, so that's that. Oh, I've got some nice videos to make. I want to crack on with my band of brothers building that. So that's going to be a cool video series. Oh, it's going to go. It's not a new series. It's an old series actually. Bolt action maneuvers. Anyway, what can I do on my terrain here? I think what we need is some of that brown. So I think that brown that'd be a good rust colour. Yeah, I'm thinking that, my friends. So here's what we're going to do. Well, going to pop some areas of interest down on here. Areas of rusting. More on there, don't we, really? Nooks and crannies is always good for that. Yeah, this is terrain, whether it's going to be for role playing or for Warhammer, whatever. I say Warhammer because there won't be any other type of. Well, I suppose you could use it in a War Machine game. Technically, I don't see why not. Why not? Yeah, indeed, why not? Okay, that's interesting. You've got Rise of Rust to go on top of that after. Right, I think it's time we primed our sandbags. For some strange reason, I was going to say bagpipes, but I mean, that's just crazy, right? That's a bit nuts. Bit nuts, Pete. But there you go, you are nuts. Okay. We do need some other holders, don't we? We'll just spin around. Grab a couple out. Don't want that. Couple more lids, that's what we need. Couple more lids. This is all terrain which is going to be for bolt action, you see. I've got a ruined farmhouse to build. I've got one I built from the last time I was into bolt action. It's the same one. The ruined farmhouse. I've got some NDF terrain that can be used for it somewhere. Some flat pack terrain I bought a while ago. It's like a couple of houses, I think, just bog standard. Use it for bolt action. Use it for role playing. I don't know. Got to sort out my terrain, flat pack MDF terrain. I could do with a really useful box for that if I'm truthful. But yeah, I think it's time I treated myself to a new bit of kitchen towel, don't you, folks? Time have we got here? About 15 minutes now, so it was about half an hour in before when I discovered my microphone was no longer attached, so the audio would have been shot. So yeah, right. What? Where's my primer? Do I have any out? I've got white primer, but I don't want white primer. I've got black primer here. This is what I'm after, black primer. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting sorted with my stuff, especially with the packing of it. Really, I'm quite impressed. Quite impressed. Right. It's an old brush. Don't need a very good one, we're just priming. Okay. Just prime on the tops of these sandbags here. Nice and thick on top. That's it. And then I don't know, some sort of khaki, dirty, sandy colour. Might even chop and change. I don't know. Is it worth it for just a few sandbags? What I ought to do is to reference some sandbags to see what they look like, as in real life sandbags. Which, I mean, you get them a lot now for floods, I think they haven't really changed over the years. Sandbag's a sandbag, really. I suppose it depends what type of cloth they were using for the bags back then. And did they get very discoloured? Like dirt, grime, water, blood, and whatever else. I mean, let's face it. If you were if it was wartime, like a trench or something with some sandbags up, and some poor guy got shot or blown to bits, like across them, you're not going to tidy them up or change them for clean ones, are you? You just they are what they are. You work with what you've got. It's war, and you just keep on going. That's a bit more primer there. Okay, doing some good work. Although I'm all over the place with this, but I'm doing some good work. It's sort of similar to what I did for my patrons, actually. So they went through this about a week ago. Anyways, so bolt action. Yeah, I'm now I'm in that position, being able to afford bolt action and Warhammer, which is nice. That said, I've got to take things really, really careful until I start getting paid for my new job, because I'm going from weekly pay to monthly pay, you see. So yeah, but once I'm there, once it all starts coming together, it'll be good. I've tried to fill in the lines as best I could. Those lines that you get from 3D printing, the ones that look like fingerprints. I'm bothered with the sides because I thought, well, it's just a bit of scattered terrain at the end of the day. Right. And last but not least, the corner bit. I might pick some more of these sandbags. They're pretty cool, actually. I think I'm going to use my bolt action games as skirmish games, though. Not some people are going for it like a big. They try to do it like Warhammer. They try to play it like tabletop version of Warhammer, or the Second World War version of Warhammer. And I don't personally. I mean, I can only speak from like the first edition rules, but to me, those rules were written for skirmish games in mind, not mass battles. Especially with the whole turn-based dice thing, which is pretty genius, I think. But I think that sort of thing works better for skirmish games. I think the My Go You Go thing is better for mass big games. I think that's more suited for that. Yeah. But we'll see. I'm certainly going to have a big German army, because they're like the main bad guys. Bad guys. They're the main antagonists of this game. Get some Italians too and see how we go. Before Mussolini was ousted. There we are. Right. I think that's pretty good. No waste either, that's good too. very good. Right. I think it might be okay to start putting some riser rust, some orange. Laying some orange down on this dude here now. I think so. Don't want as much. It's a dry paint, but it's not a dry paint, if you know what I mean. Riser rust, well, at least my riser rust is generally pretty wet for a dry paint. Getting all these vents here, which is quite cool. That's good. No, that's good. So what I'm doing is kind of a cross between stippling and dry brushing. Yeah, so we get a bit of stippling, a bit of dry brushing. Just a cross between the two, really. Just bits of rust, not bits of rust, just areas where obviously steam comes out or what have you, right? Yeah. Stop there, because less is more. I think he's going to be ready for varnishing then, which is really good. Really good. Okay, how are we doing on this one? I think we're okay to think about getting some sand on this fella. Yeah, what do you reckon? I think so. I think we're gonna go for it. We are gonna go for it. Well, first of all, let's wash off our brush. One stage at a time. And this is an older brush. It's a large brush. I cut it down so the bits, kind of the end of the brush, which is where it was mostly worn anyway, I just cut them off and made it a stipple brush, and now it's kind of like a new stipple brush because the top near the ferrule was untouched. So win-win for that one. Why put my soap over there? Right, let's get some PVA glue into a pot, which is what I'm just doing here now. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna, do I have any distilled water on the go? I don't think I do. I used to have, bear with me, so I just need to see if I've got any. I've got an empty pot. I've got here distilled water. Look at that. Pop some of that in there. Mix this up because it's an older brush. I think I'll have a bit more distilled water. PVA glue and water. That's all it is. PVA glue and water. Now, just leave that there a moment whilst I go and get the sand. Sand and rubble. And in case you're wondering, yeah, it is homemade rubber with sand. I mean, sand is sand, right, with different grades and granulations. Yeah, I know I should probably do the gun first. I've got to be careful around that barrel. I went a bit mad there, that's okay. So I'm literally just holding this model by its top here. It's a good job PVA glue is cheap. Get through quite a bit of it. Okay. Okay. Now I want to see. Let's do some larger ones there. I just don't want to do too much. I don't like to do too much in the way of large stones when I'm doing this kind of thing. I can hear someone's lawnmower going. That's making me twitch, thinking I better go and do mine. Stop it with the lawn mowing. You know, time for that. Might even put some flock on just on the corner. See how that would look. Right, bear with me, guys. I'm just trying to be. Right. Oh, I think that looks good. Just bear with me a second. Now, this is kind of what I've got going on here. So you know, a bit of grass there, a bit of flock. Yeah, he's at the edge of something, but he's fallen, he's blown. So that could be many. That could represent many battlefields, right? So I'm gonna let that one dry. Oh yes, nice. Right. Now, back onto some more terrain. Okay. Still with the rusting in mind. I think we'll go back to stippling, see how that looks. Yeah. Okay. So my homemade terrain here now. This is my trash terrain. And this literally is my trash terrain. So this is fun. Very fun. Fun, fun, fun in the sun, sun, sun. Looking good, folks. Looking good. I like this. Well, it's like a reddy brown. I suppose it's a brown that could be just about to start oxidizing, you know, if you want to look at it that way. This piece of terrain is really going to come into its own once I start basing it. Should we zoom out a bit so you can see a bit more how I'm going on this one? Yeah, so it's literally 2 tin cans, you know. Straw, washing up liquid bottle, and a couple of bits from my bits box. That's literally all it is. Yeah, I'll weather the shit out of this. I want it to be kind of like a long abandoned whatever it is. Long abandoned, we like in that. Long abandoned, yeah. Long abandoned. Power generator, something to do with a factory, take your pick, you know. Could be any of those things, can't it? But here it is. Get the riser rust on after. And some, well, the PVA is going to be really cool. It's going to look great. It's going to look great. Yeah. Do I want grass? I want something in the middle. Sand in the middle. Or sand all over. Or grass all over. I think sand and grass. But just a matter of what and where, really, isn't it? But yeah, so that's looking good. That's coming on. All my stuff's coming on here. 39 minutes, and we're doing really well. Okay. What's next for my miniatures here? Oh, let's put some null oil on this chappy hobgoblin man. His armour and his swords. There we are. Got to have something on his skin yet, I know that, but that's okay. Well, it's coming on here. So, did I ask you what you're working on? What are you working on? If I didn't ask you, let me know what you're working on. What are you working on? Inquiring minds want to know. Right. Bonus points for anyone who can tell me where the line "inquiring minds want to know" comes from. Yeah, so this will prove if you're paying attention or not. Inquiring minds want to know. Yes, inquiring minds want to know. Oh, that's going to be the title for this episode. Inquiring minds want to know. Right, Goblin, Hobgoblin, he's done there. That's done there. Done some good work. These guys could do with some basing, really. Well, they could. I'll get some more paint on them first before I start basing them. My monks, however, I think they could be based up now. Only because there's not a lot left to paint on them. Obviously there is stuff to paint on them. That's not what I mean, but there is not a lot left to paint on them. If that makes any sense. Okay, so right, there we are. I will put him, well, taking him off his base holder thing at the moment. I will put him back on it, maybe, if I need to. I don't think I need to. Right, Mr. Monk. Ah, Monk, yeah. Been watching that a lot lately as well. Monk, I do enjoy Monk. It's a bit more light-hearted. Okay. Taking him off the holder. Yeah, Monk's a bit more light-hearted. Yes, of course, you know, it's still crimes and murders and whatever else, but you know, it's not as dark as some of the stuff, and I need the lighter things. I mean, I like murder mysteries and all that kind of thing, but I'm more of a, like, you know, Murder on the Orient Express type of guy, as opposed to, you know, mass killings and gratuitous violence. Right. So he's looking pretty good, actually. Pretty sweet. Base needs building up more on that guy. They're looking alright, though. I think they're looking alright. I think they're looking alright. I think they're looking good. Ghoulies looking good. Yeah. It's amazing how good, when you start basing things up, it makes things look, and it's really cool. I like that. Right. I'll keep these lids out because who knows what else I'll be dragging out onto the bench, because I want to. Yeah, I mean, this generator here, I mean, it would look at home on a battlefield of sci-fi nature. Obviously, when I say a battlefield, I mean like on a tabletop battle, like on the interior of a Space Hulk or something like that. Yeah, it look good. It's gonna look good. Oh, it's Rise of Rust time. It's gotta be. Come on, my friends. Rise of Rust for the win. Yeah. Oh, that looks great. The more work gets done with this straw, of course, the stronger it gets. Ah, this looks good. Looks good, my friends. Looks good. Make something look rusty. Yeah, looking good. Don't want too much of it, but you do want some. Oh yeah, looks good, looks good, looks so good. Alright. Sorry, there's not a lot of talking in this episode, but I'm pretty stoked with this trash terrain. Turning out quite nicely. Turning out quite nicely. So I'm looking forward to doing some bolt action infantry assembly later as well. Yes, I am. Right. Oh, let's wash that off. Get another bit of kitchen towel. Ready. I'm going to base this bad boy then, I think. Time have we got? 49 minutes. If we got time, we do have time. Right. Okay. Alright. Now I'm looking for a big brush, really. Yeah, you know. Crawford and Black, size 12. That size. Yeah, we'll put some more PVA in here. Because this is how we roll, folks. And then we'll water it down again with the distilled water. Of course, it doesn't have to be distilled, it's just that I don't have any other water out here in containers. I'm certainly not going back to the house just to do that. I think we'll do patches of grass. Before I start sticking that on, where can I find them? Just bear with me, guys, bear with me, because this could be quite a moment. If I could find my grass tufts. I know what I'm on about. I had them the other day. Might even use some of that. Oh, I've just found something that I used to use for bolt action back in the day. Okay, I think must be out somewhere. It's got to be out somewhere, right? Okay, bear with me. See, I'm looking for some tufts of grass. Where would I keep that sort of thing? Oh, leading me on quite the merry-go-round. I'm looking all over the studio now. This is embarrassing because I know I had some all different ones. It's not going to be in there. Yes, if you would just mind bearing with me. I don't know. Maybe I'm not destined to put tufts of grass down. It's a shame because you know, I did have them. Obviously I could cut this out. This fruitless searching around. Oh, where would I put them now? If I had them now, I don't know actually. Where would I keep them? I don't know. No. Not there. Not there. All there. Oh, that's a shame. That's a great shame. That really is. That's annoying actually. That's quite annoying. I have to admit defeat on this one. But I don't want to. I don't want to because the reason is I worked long and hard on it. Okay. Okay. I'll take my microphone off. There's not any of the paints, that's for sure. Sundries. Well, I have had some success. I found what I'm looking for. But well, I found some things I was looking for. Not all of what I was looking for. But, well, you know, so be it. So what I'm doing is I'm just popping some bits of grass down here. Yeah, and a bit there, I think. Okay. Right, so, that was a right merry-go-round, that was, I can tell you. All this. I want to put some lichen on the side here as well. Alright, so once this goes down, I'm definitely going to have to seal this lot in after. I might invest in a can of purity seal at some point. Might be easier to do. Working on this piece is actually inspiring me to do more trash terrain. Because it's all gradually coming out better than I was expecting it to, you see. Which is grand, you know, it really is. It's really nice. Yeah, if I get some lichen. Some hard to reach areas, so whack some sand in here when we're done. And this is gonna look good. Talking with a brush in my mouth right now, because I'm using two brushes. I'm on this smaller one at the moment. Yeah, so get this done. Might be able to put a bit of flock on here. Who knows? I think the grass might grow a bit more around the edges of the towers here, or at least the little tower. You could, this little tower here, you could say that was a water tower and there was a leak coming from it, and that's why the grass decided to grow around it. So everywhere else is dead around. Or the opposite is true. You could have flock everywhere apart from near the tower, and say that there's chemicals coming from it there. That's why nothing grows, you know, near it. You could do all sorts, couldn't you? Okay, now for the fun bit. I have a little bit of flock. What we'll have is actually, have we got PVA there? That doesn't look like it. Well, we have now. Where's my other flock? A kind of mixed one. Alrighty, big stones. This is kind of fun. Right, okay. This is very good. Very good. Liking this. Folks. Let's cover that up. I may have to go outside to tip all this off, but very proud of this as a terrain piece, you know. It's very good. So this is what I'm doing. I'm just getting bits of sand, sprinkling it on here. And I realise I'll probably have to go over a few times. With this. Just dry my fingers out, something chronic. Oh, but yeah, this is looking great. The lichen on yet. Ooh. I'll be hoovering in here later. Right, okay. Fair play. Oh, let's lift up my cutting mat. This is really amateur stuff you're seeing here. Ah, dear. Yeah, I'll do a bit of a hoover later. Okay. Now, that is not finished. That's hugely improved. Hugely improved. That is a vast improvement. I need to wait until that's fully dry before doing anything else, like lichen or more sand or whatever it's going to be. Yeah. Then we'll paint the edges of the base. And we've got some nice trash terrain there. Right, well, I'm going to take my glasses off. Zoom right out, baby. There we go. Ooh. Sand everywhere. Gonna need to hoover today. At least I found my spare tufts of grass. That's cool. That's really cool. I was gonna bin that because that's in my way. Pop that down there. Brushes in the water. And let's come back to me. So, there we go. Oh, there. Well, that was a crazy crazy on the bench with Pete. But don't forget, what film was that quote from? Inquiring minds want to know. Okay, so if you like the video, hit the like button. I'm just feeling crazy right now. Crazy because I've got all this time off at the moment. I've never had so much time off for a long time. And it's nice, it's lovely, you know, I'm getting old job out of my mind, out of my brain, relaxing, making way for the new stuff. On good times ahead. I'm packing away different stuff. Not that I'm going to be moving like, you know, next week or next month or even next year. It's just packing stuff away, stored away, I should say, ready for either transportation or getting out to play. So it's becoming more organised. It's gradually becoming more organised. I'm getting stuff done. I've got a lot of stuff undone. That's cool. Really pleased with how this piece of terrain is starting to look. I'm enjoying it. You know, I really am enjoying this. This is really good. Yeah, I like that. Bit of lichen, bit more sand, paint up the edges, seal it in. Jobs are good and maybe a bit of purity seal to, yeah, top it all off. I wonder if I've even got some. Don't think I have. Anyway, yes, give the video a thumbs up if you like it, or a thumbs down if you dislike it. Subscribe and share, always appreciated. If you really want to help me out, check out my Patreon account, link on the home screen for exclusive videos. Right, that's all from me, I think. So, unless there's anything else? No, I don't think there is. Remember, all brushes lead to all, my friends, and I'll see you on another video. So, bye for now. Bye-bye.